Welcome to this Heurist tutorial video. I'm Michael Falk, Community Technical Advisor at Heurist, and I'm delighted to be able to show you some of Heurist's basic features. In this video, I will show you how to use some of the tools in the Populate menu. The Populate menu contains tools for importing data into Heurist. While Heurist can import many kinds of data, in this video I will focus on the two most commonly used tools among our users: a tool for importing data from spreadsheet programs such as Excel, and a tool for importing pictures or other media files in bulk. This video is accompanied by a full walkthrough on our website, so don't worry if I seem to be going quickly. You can use the walkthrough to follow along step by step. This tutorial will fall into three parts. In part one, I'll show you how to prepare your spreadsheet so that Heurist can import it effectively. Secondly, I'll show you how to actually import the spreadsheet from within Heurist. And in the third part of the tutorial, I'll cover the media file import tool to show you how to upload a number of images into your database at once. For this tutorial, we'll use the World Leaders database as an example. This database contains information about political leaders, the countries they rule, the parties that they are members of, and also the political internationals to which those political parties belong. We're going to use this spreadsheet as the example. This spreadsheet contains information about 8 different political parties from around the world. But if you look closely, you'll see that it also contains information about things that are not political parties. For instance, the third row describes the Australian Greens, but it also mentions a political international, the Global Greens, and a country, Australia. As we will see, if you prepare a spreadsheet correctly, Heurist is able to read this information and to create all of the different entity types required in your database. For this to happen, it's important that you have a clean and well-structured spreadsheet. This spreadsheet is a good example. Each row represents the same data type, a political party, and each column represents a distinct field about this data type. For example, the time the party was founded, its international affiliation, or its location. Since a party may have more than one ideological affiliation, the pipe character or upright line character has been used to separate each ideological affiliation in the ideological affiliations column. In order to import this spreadsheet into Excel, we need to save it in a special format known as CSV, or comma-separated values. In Excel, you can do this using the Save As menu. After clicking Save As, simply choose CSV as the file format. All major spreadsheet programs have the capacity to export data as CSV. You can identify a CSV file by its .csv extension. Once you have exported your CSV file, it's time to open Heurist and use the Import CSV tool. In your Heurist database, go to the Populate menu. You'll see that there are several different file types that can be uploaded, but the top one is for delimited text/CSV. The first step is to upload your CSV file. This copies the file to our servers so it can be accessed by Heurist. Once you've uploaded the CSV to the server, you need to provide Heurist some information about its structure. In this example, all the default values can be used. When you've selected these options, you can click Analyze Data to ensure it's worked. When you click Analyze Data, you'll see a representation of the spreadsheet at the bottom of the screen. As you can see, in this case, Heurist has understood the structure of the spreadsheet, and we can click Continue. On the next screen, choose Political Party as the record type. This is because this spreadsheet records 8 political parties. In addition to that, however, it also records political internationals and also the location or country of each political party. If you tick International Affiliation and Location in the Dependencies section, this will tell Heurist to either create or to match existing political internationals or countries in the database. Once Heurist knows what record types to create, it will try to ensure that it doesn't duplicate existing data. First, it wants to match places in your database, since you told it that places exist in the spreadsheet. Since the spreadsheet contains information about the place name, we're going to try and match existing places according to the primary place name. So you tick the checkbox next to location and then choose primary place name in the columns selector. Click Match Against Existing Records. At the top of the screen, you'll receive a report, and you'll see that Heurist has found several records that match existing places in the database, namely Australia and Finland, and it's also found some new countries in the spreadsheet, namely France and Nigeria. If you're happy to proceed, you next need to tell Heurist what information to import about each place in the spreadsheet. In this case, the only information to import is the place name. When you've chosen the fields to import, click Prepare and Heurist will validate the data before presenting you with the option to insert any new places that it found in the spreadsheet into the database. You'll see that it's added 2 records to the database for the 2 new places it found in the spreadsheet. And it's now added a new column to our spreadsheet which gives the ID of the place in the Heurist database. For example, Australia is record number 2 and France is record number 70. Now we need to repeat the same step of data matching and data preparation and insertion for the political internationals that are recorded in the spreadsheet. Again, to begin, let's match each political international, such as the Progressive Alliance, by its name with other political internationals in the database. You'll see that all the political internationals in this spreadsheet are actually new and there are no matches. We can proceed to import these political internationals by preparing the import and then clicking Start Insert. At the end, you'll see that Heurist has imported 3 new political internationals to the database, and it's also added yet another column to our CSV file, giving the HID code for each political international to which each political party belongs. Now for the final step, we need to match the political parties against any existing political parties in the database. And again, in this example, no matches are found because all the political parties are new data. The final step is slightly complex. Instead of ticking the international affiliation and location fields from the original spreadsheet, we're going to select these new purple columns for the location and the international affiliation of each political party. This is to ensure that the new data structure of Heurist is correctly set up, where each political party, political international, and location is a separate entity in the database rather than simply a piece of text in the spreadsheet. When you click Prepare, you'll see that there was another error. There are 7 rows with errors in the input. This is because some of the ideological affiliations of each political party aren't currently available in our database. If you click the Errors icon, you'll be able to see this information on the screen, and if you're happy, you can add these unknown terms into the database, clicking the Add button at the top. Simply click Yes to confirm. If you repeat the Prepare step, the error will disappear and you'll be able to insert the information about these 8 political parties in your spreadsheet. After clicking Start Insert, you can see that 8 new records have been added, 1 for each political party in the spreadsheet. Click Clear Uploaded File to end the import process, and then in the Explore menu, if you look at the political parties in the database, you'll see the 8 parties that you imported available to you, in addition to several new political internationals and several new places. For the final section of this tutorial, I'd like to show you how to import pictures in bulk. Back in the Populate menu, go down to Upload Media Files. The next step can be confusing for beginning users. When you click Add Files, rather than searching for particular files on your computer, you actually need to search for the folder that contains all the files you wish to upload. Depending on your computer, you may not actually be able to see the files in the folder from this screen. On my machine, as you can see, the files appear in grey. But the important thing is to select the folder, in my case Downloads, that contains the images, and then click Upload. After this, you will be able to see a list of all the files in the folder, and if you're happy to import all of them, you can simply click Start Uploads. When you're done, click Finished, and you will be prompted to index the media files. Indexing media files creates a new database record for each image so that it can be accessed as data in Heurist. You can see the results of this step in the Explore menu. Simply click Explore, and then click Recent to bring up the most recently changed records, and you'll see that a number of digital media records have been created in the database, one for each of the images that you uploaded. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. Now you know how to get your data into Heurist, even if you have collected it elsewhere first. I hope this gives you more confidence to make the switch and to migrate to Heurist as your primary data management tool.